welcome back to Daytime. Well, Runaway Angel is an all-girl group that is taking the airwaves by storm, and they're here today to talk about their new single, what it means to be a woman in country music, and so much more. Welcome to the show, girls.
Hi.
I love you. I love your music. You're just a great group of girls in general, but your music is just so beautiful. I grew up listening to the Dixie Chicks. That was the band when I was growing up. And although I wouldn't compare you necessarily to the Dixie Chicks other than the fact that you're three females, I think all of us country music fans love seeing females succeed, perform, really get out there. So talk to me a little bit about how you became a band.
How we became a band? Well, it started about, I would say, 6 years ago when I met Cadence. We were both on a show on CMT, and we ended up being in the top 10 together. So we ended up in Banff and hung out the whole weekend while we filmed the show. And then Cadence met Anne.
Yeah, I met Anne at CCMAs a few years ago, and she was there alone. I was with my mom, and I was like, why don't you just hang out with me and my mom the whole time?
Yeah,
so she did. And then that was that. We became really close friends, and yeah.
And so about 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, I started texting Cadence, and I was like, I really, it would be my dream to have a trio. The three of us were all independent artists before that, but I just really had this vision of being in a trio, and I really wanted Cadence to be in it. She was like, if she wasn't going to be in it, I wasn't going to do it. And so she was like, no, no, I don't want to be in it. And then I kept bugging her every few months, are you sure? I really feel like it's the time. And then eventually she came around.
Yeah.
Yes. She was super persistent.
And she was very persistent. If anything, it made me, once I did come around, it made me realize how much I did want to be in a group with Stacey, because persistence pays.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I didn't know Anne, so when we were trying to think of a third person to be in the group, Cadence suggested her, and then about a year and a half ago, we all met at my sister's farm for a couple days, wrote some songs, and we were just we could feel it. This was it.
Yeah, you could feel the gel right away, because it must have been interesting to go from being these solo performers to a group where you have to do everything together, talk about everything together. How was that for you?
For sure. I mean, it's a difficult adjustment when you go from being a solo artist for so long, and I mean, when you're a solo artist, especially an independent one, you're the boss. It's great to be the boss, so I think it had to be, it kind of happened at a time for us where it was very, it worked for all of our positions. We kind of had been doing what we were doing for so long, and it's really something where you have to be able to set your ego aside and see the project and its possibilities, and I think we were all able to do that. And then it just has taken us, the last year to spend a lot of time together and really get used to how we all are as people, our different personalities, our different ways of communicating, and really just finding a way that meshed easily, and now it's great.
So if people were interested in learning a little bit more about your sound and what it sounds like, how would you describe it?
How would we describe our sound? It's always hard to answer that question, but we get the records a lot, and we, as much as we don't want to, we love the comparison to the Dixie Chicks. It's not exactly our sound, but there are definitely elements there. They influenced us a lot.
That new country-ish vibe.
It's a new country, a Dixie Chicks made up of
three completely different girls.
Yeah, it's really, I think, in our first single, and it's a lot of freedom undertones. So it's new country sound. The production is very new country and very new, but it's about following your dreams and doing what you love to do, because that's the journey we're on.
And that new single is out. Where can people get it?
You can get it on iTunes or any other digital retailer right now, and we're going to be releasing a video for it in the next couple weeks that we shot while we were in Nashville, so we're pretty excited.
Well, I can only see you guys going further and further.
Get it now.
Follow your career.
iTunes.
You really are so talented and amazing, but I want to have a little bit of fun with you. So are you up for it?
Okay.
Okay, so we have a few questions for you. We want to get to know you better. What is your go-to karaoke song?
If I Ain't Got You, Alicia Keys.
There's Your Trouble, Dixie Chicks.
I'm a nerd. I go for Les Mis songs.
There
you go.
If you could perform with anyone, your ideal duet partner, who would it be?
Josh Turner.
Same one.
Earth Rock.
Yeah, I just saw him on Sunday, and I was so blown away. Yeah,
You didn't meet him, did you?
No. So close.
Right? Your guilty pleasure song. The one you just love to crank up and hope nobody hears you.
Anything by Katy Perry. Anything.
I would say I I don't own a copy of this, but if I heard probably like a Spice Girls song, I would probably go bananas.
That's a lot.
Yeah, 90s songs like Backstreet Boys and Spice Girls.
Oh yeah, actually on the way to Nashville, me and Stacey drove through this state that had like this epic radio station that was playing all 90s throwbacks, and I was like, this is the best song ever. No, this is the best song ever.
It was like jump around and stuff.
Yeah.
We're like, oh, jump around.
I love it. You guys are so much fun. Thanks for coming on the show today. All the best. We can't wait to see what happens with you.
Thanks so much, Sarah.
We need to take a break, but lots more to come. Stay tuned.
Going to the big time. That's where you're going.